The trigger team ID, this is going to be part of the trigger settings. So if you haven't seen this one, be sure to go back and watch the video on trigger settings. If it's enabled, then you have the option to actually be very specific as to what is actually hitting the trigger box. And within the activation, it's going to be checking. If you have none of these checked, then it's going to skip this process. If you have it checked, then it has to be true to whatever it might be. So for instance, you can say use self, meaning the ID of each tile. You can say use the team that's identified by it, the race, or the faction. So if any of these are checked, then it's going to check the ID down here below it. So if, for instance, if you're saying that only a player that is this ID of 1, that means that when the object is triggered and checking to be triggered by it, the other object has to be, the self ID has to be 1, and it has to be enabled so that it can check for it. Alright, and then again, this one, when it comes to here, this is checking against the ID for the player, which is team ID right here. So this one from the other player, the other tile, would need to be set to 1. Alright, and then that would actually allow this system to see it and then to know it's the same one to be triggered with.